All right, today we have a very special edition of Locker Room Talk. We actually have Ruli over here inside.
What's up?
We're really excited to have this guy on because we know he has a very, very busy schedule, and yet he made time to come in to just talk to us over here. So, Ruli, what's your background?
Ooh, food. This restaurant. I love restaurant because I've been with the restaurant for over 20-something years. Believe me. Like to eat, basically.
Yeah. And what restaurant are you working
Well, AhiPoki.
AhiPoki.
Yeah. Have you been here before?
Oh, I love it. I love that stuff. Actually, the good fish.
One of the best customers. One of the best customers.
Numero uno. So what, I remember you had actually told me in the past, the reason it kind of things just fell in place for you, right? So you used to weigh, how much did you weigh in the past?
Ooh. 260.
Wait, not kilos, pounds? Oh, pounds.
You try to be kilo? 260 pounds.
Oh man, and how much do you weigh now?
Oops. I'm very lightweight. I should put more some gains. 155-ish.
Oh man, so that's 105 pounds there, John. Make sure you put that on the screen, all right?
Oh my God.
So you actually once told me that the way that you started changing your lifestyle and the way that you got into AhiPoki was,
Yes.
How did it all tie in?
Well, I created AhiPoki back then, but around December 2015. I create this concept because I love raw fish. I'm a big fan of tuna, especially I'm from Indonesia because the tuna is from Indonesia originally. So, and I'm a big fan of raw fish, and then I explored this wine because it is so beautiful. This concept, you know, people like explored, but it's not really taken seriously. Then we did it with our own teams, and then it become a habit to me. And so I changed my diet from eating other alternative proteins. So we changed this to this one, and consistently with, of course, help you with the exercise, make sure we take care of yourself correctly, consistently, and then it helps me in throw away from 260 pounds to 150 pounds a day.
Man, that's amazing. Honestly, that's a lot.
Oh, that's a lot.
That's a lot of weight.
And a lot of eating, but never change.
Oh,
I don't change my eating. I believe me, I eat a lot.
Oh no, I actually noticed. I remember.
You ate a lot.
Huh?
You ate a lot too.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the thing. I actually last year when I was traveling a lot for the when I was putting the drinks in your place, I remember I was consistently eating that and without even watching the macronutrients. Believe it or not, you just lose weight with it. It's just a better, healthy, clean choice. And then with the kelp noodle, I actually really like the kelp noodle.
Oh my God, that kelp is bomb. You know, I like to go with the hot sauce or some sauce. We mix with the crispy onion. I still like crispy, a little here and there.
Yeah.
Mix it, boom. Yeah, put a kimchi. Oh my God.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right, so the reason I actually brought on Ruli is because every time I actually see this guy face to face, wherever I see him, he always basically has knowledge to drop on me. You know, I don't know if you guys know, but I'm pretty.
Nah.
I started underground at a young age. I started underground fitness at the age of 22, and I feel one of the things that's actually always helped me is that
You're so pretty ripped, man.
I was, right? Hey, don't leave that off camera. Cut that part. All right. So one of the things that's always helped me grow in underground and Vital Muscle has always been that I've always had people that have been in business longer than me, that are or just anyone that's older in general or just wiser. Everyone has some kind of knowledge to give the other person. It's just the reality of it. You're gonna have something you can give me, I have something I can give you. It's always gonna be the reality of it. Now, with Ruli, the one thing that always stood out with me in particular was the way that he handles stress. So behind the scenes, I had this talk with Ruli, was that about a year and a half ago, I went up to him, I was at AhiPoki and I told him, hey, I'm really stressed after. Yeah, I know. I was sad, slashed. I told him, really, you know, a lot of people, you know, they think, hey, you own a business, you know, you're happy, everything is so perfect, right? And during that time, I was going through a little bit of depression, and he was asking me, well, what's going on? I was like, look, Vital Muscle is growing, but it's growing at a rate that I can't control, and because of that, we're pretty much out of stock of stuff, and I don't know how to handle the stress. And then Ruli told me, stress is good, stress is a sign of growth. That's what you told me.
Absolutely.
Can you elaborate on that? You're definitely one person, that I feel like can give really good knowledge on that. Especially, he doesn't like people knowing, but he owns about 28 AhiPokis now in 2 years or 3 years. Somewhere around that. So, can you elaborate on that for the people that are viewing in who are dealing with stress right now? What can they take out of that?
It start yourself. I don't have any stress in my life because I changed my energy. Stress is a mindset of negative because you can handle the pressure. You should change that pressure, become a positive. It's the process for you to be successful. Mm-hmm. And then it's a mindset you change that from negative to positive. It's need to be practiced to doing it, and then you gotta keep doing it, and then you start yourself and focus on that. Because if you focus on your problem, that problem, and you can't solve it, you should find a way to take that problem away. Because you think so hard, and that problem becomes stress. But why you can just change that positive energy, handling and think about how can I solve this? Mm-hmm. That's what you want to do. Because there's so many things, but and again, we're living in Moreno Valley. There's Los Angeles, there's Orange County. It's the same thing like our mindset. We are only one person, but there's a lot of things behind us. Mm-hmm. Take that knowledge.
Mm-hmm. I really like that. But that's funny. I actually noticed that as when I was, when you're really starting your business, you get like ambitious, right? And after a while, it's just pretending. So in the beginning, when I remember whenever I was starting a business, right, it was like, all right, that's not a problem. I was like, I just gotta find it is a problem, but how am I gonna get over it? Versus like, oh my gosh, this is weighing me down. You're like, no, I'm gonna get through it. I just have to find out how to get through that obstacle right there.
Absolutely.
So just stepping back and realizing there's a solution that I haven't found yet.
Absolutely. You gotta step back and see it first, because if you feel like the same thing, like you're journaling now, you gotta step back and see it there. Because if you act like a shoulder, because you just move, but you don't think hit. Okay, I have to find a way to do that.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen, but you gotta prepare yourself. And how? Then you have that tools outside.
Yeah.
To get it.
Awesome. Okay, I like that. I like that mentality. All right, so the other question that I had is one thing that I actually noticed with you is whenever I do go into the AhiPoki store, you're actually there behind the scenes cutting fish. You're making the rice with everybody else, and the one thing you've always said is that you always lead by example. Do you feel that's required for every leader?
It is required, but don't change that. Because here's the thing, I pretty much against that lead by example, to be honest with you, because you have to be happy what you do. Leading example, because everybody wants to be a leader, right?
Yeah.
Leading example because you want to have someone to follow you. Mm-hmm. But how are you presenting yourself because you love what you do? Mm-hmm. I'm serving food for myself. Mm-hmm. When I serve you, I look at you and I'll make sure that I serve you as myself from beginning to the end. And I make sure I'm happy because we're talking about this and this.
Yeah.
And then that process comes with it.
Yeah.
And my feeling is because the concept that AhiPoki create is that is feeding people, but I want that people are eating fair and happy.
Yeah. So you try to do this throughout all the stores that you have?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Something that we cannot teach.
Yeah.
But it's stuck with us.
Awesome. Yeah. All right, awesome. Well, to wrap this up, I always end this with every single podcast, is if there's one piece of advice that has helped you throughout your life the most, what is the one piece of advice that you can give to the viewers?
Oh, I just had it. Well, you have to love what you do and be happy with it. Because to me, happiness is everything. And find something that you like, make of it. It's not the best of it, make of it.
Yeah. That's pretty. I like that. Awesome. So if you want to find any of his locations of the 28, 30?
Not now.
If you want to find any of the locations, where can they find your location?
Moreno Valley, we have USC, West Covina, one of my favorite stores. Temple City, we started Temple City. We have Northern California, we have also in Arizona, and we have, yes, we do have several, like, I can't remember the name.
Is there a website?
We do have a website, AhiPoki.com, and also you could check our Instagram, AhiPoki. Check it out, there's a lot of good stuff that we can show to you, but most important, you go to get our impressions.
Awesome. All right, so go ahead and go give them a shot, and then stay tuned for the next podcast.
Awesome, thank you.
All right, cool. Awesome. Cool. All right,